Good evening. Thanks for coming to the Mount Vernon Drama Club second season. Today's performance is Passion Spent, Late Life Romance, based on a novel written by longtime Mount Vernon resident and distinguished Canadian educator and author, Dr. Elizabeth Waterston. The play's ending is different from the book, as Elizabeth decided to change the ending 6 times. This is the last one. Why Passion Spent? The intent of the Mount Vernon Drama Club was to begin shows about Mount Vernon as we approach our 50th anniversary in 2026. Passion Spent was based on Elizabeth's initial impressions of Mount Vernon in March 1990 when she purchased her villa on Trinity. The narrator in the play uses their narrations taken from the book Passion Spent as she described Mount Vernon so foreign to someone from London, Ontario. The setting is Palm Haven on North Sarasota Bay, eerily familiar to Mount Vernon. I'd like to thank our cast and crew, my wife Gail, and all of you for attending tonight. Please honor proper theater behavior, shut off your cell phones, laugh and cry as you need. We have several scene changes. We do not have an intermission, and I encourage you to stand if you need to during the scene changes. Okay? Bathrooms are down the hallway on your left. I'd like to thank Stacy and Dan for helping us move our scenery. Some additions to the program. Diana Snyder is in part of our stage crew. Loretta is going to be played by Marie Saravino, and the church lady by Kathleen McGinty. The play was written by Elizabeth and exemplifies her love for our community, and we present it in her name for your enjoyment. Now, you know the why, the where, the when, and the how. For the who, I present Bud the Rhymer.
Dr. Elizabeth Waterston was born in 1922, a life well lived to her very last day. Her accomplishments are astounding, a total understatement, I have to say. She was appointed to the Order of Canada and the Royal Society of Canada as well. Add to that the Order of Ontario. These are just 3, but I won't dwell. Since she was born in Montreal, in 1939 McGill University, she decided to attend. World War II decimated the English department, but that wasn't the end. She transferred to Trinity College to finish her English honors degree, then on to Bryn Mawr for her MBA. Yes, hardworking, wouldn't you agree? It was back to Toronto for graduate school in 1947 for her PhD, and her life began to shine. She met and became engaged to Douglas Waterston, who she married in 1949. Then Doug became editor-in-chief of the Farmer's Advocate, and off they go. But she taught from 1958 to 1966 at the University of Western Ontario. Doug was next called to Guelph. By then they had 5 children to move. Doug joined the administrative staff of Guelph, and once again, she found her groove. They loved the little city, and in 2008 she wrote, "At the Corner of Hope," reflecting on the pleasure of small city living and how easy it was to cope. Conversely, they spent their winters in Bradenton, and in 2007 she wrote Passion Spent, about retirement community living. It emphasizes late life romance and how it went. Elizabeth's writing achievements are vast, during 43 years of university teaching, but the selected journals of Ellen Montgomery were her most far-reaching. Written with Mary Rubio, it emerged as a national bestseller. Elizabeth was a very prolific writer, and many of her accomplishments were stellar. She loved Mount Vernon and was excited about our play. Unfortunately, we lost her. May she rest in peace, I pray. I'm Bud the Rhymer.
little wind ruffled the lake, too weak to make whitecaps, but strong enough to break the surface and scatter sunshine sequins over the blue. Dark clouds loomed in the west with a threat of a storm coming.
Interrupt our current broadcasting. A hurricane watch has been issued for the following areas: Sarasota, Bradenton, Longboat Key, Anna Maria Island, Tampa Bay. Please take immediate action. Follow evacuation protocols. Hurricane watch. Winds from the southwest approaching 60 miles per hour. Hurricane watch. Weather pattern to reach land in 30 minutes. Take immediate precautions.
Come in, the door's open.
Oh,
Bill, you're soaked. Stand there and drip dry.
as if it would matter in this place.
Bill, it's my mess, okay? Really, why are you out in the hurricane?
Button down the hatches. All of my shutters are up and secure. You need to buy some.
It's not in my budget. How is Elnora?
Well, she's having a better day today. I'm just checking to make sure that you're secure.
Come in, door's open.
Don't you have the radio or TV on? There's a hurricane watch. That doesn't mean you're looking out the window. We have to leave now.
Hi, Carl.
Oh, hi, Bill.
I'm staying as usual.
That figures. You have a Midwestern attitude that you can survive anything. Well, Fran's in the car, and we're going to go to that hotel that we always go to, the one past 75 on Lakewood Ranch.
Well, you and Fran stay safe. She needs your comfort.
You're a fool. Be safe. I mean it.
Bye, Carl.
I better go too now. You call if you need anything, okay?
Thanks, Bill. You take care of Elnora.
Bye.
Where's that flash? It's not so bad.
The palm trees, the young ones, ripped out of the ground, roots torn unceremoniously from the thin soil. Another lightning crack, a crash, or maybe the big Australian pine next door. Torrents of rain angrily attacking the window. The violence seemed to have veered this way, northerly. There was a curious feeling, as if the house itself were rocking. Ridiculous. Cement block house on a cement pad with new hurricane-proof roof. How could it be rocking?
Come in. The door's open.
You gotta come now. It's Elnora.
What's wrong?
I think she had a stroke. After that last thunderbolt, we grabbed our bags and we got out to the car, and I noticed she was slumped over, and she just collapsed in the passenger seat. I stopped right away in front of your place. I called on her name and shook her, and she's not really responding well.
Let's go get her in, Bill. Now. Oh, my goodness. Sit here, Elnora. Call 911.
I did, damn it. I'm on hold. You're a nurse, right? I need your help.
In the bathroom, in my bathroom, Bill, medicine cabinet, top shelf, left side. Grab the baby aspirin and get some water,
Okay.
please. You're right, Elnora. Oh, my goodness. Think so? Here, have some water. Bill, you get, what's the matter?
I can't open these damn things.
Okay, Elnora, here's a couple of aspirin. Take them slowly and drink some water. Hold up her head, Bill. Okay, great. Easy, easy. How are you feeling?
I'm a little dizzy. I may have taken yesterday, today, and tomorrow's pills. They're for my heart, blood pressure, and diabetes, you know. The storm warning threw me off.
Bill, in the kitchen, on my counter, is a flamingo cookie jar. Go and bring in a chocolate bar and give it to Elnora, quickly. Don't eat it, Bill.
I only took a nibble.
Perfect. Here, Elnora, eat slowly. Good. And have a drink. We have that drink here. Yeah, have a drink. Bill, you have your car. You need to take her to the hospital now.
Haven't you heard? Cortez is flooded. The island is evacuated. It's closed. The sudden storm caused a 4-lane traffic jam. I couldn't get out now if I wanted to.
She needs a doctor now.
You're an ER nurse, right?
Retired, Bill. It was automatic, and she needs a doctor now.
I met a man at Coffee Cuppers a month or so ago. He was quiet. He didn't talk much. He said he was a doctor. He had to be. He was a hot tea drinker.
And what's his name?
I don't know, but I think he lives on Lexington.
Bill, over on the table is an owner's book. Bring it over here and look up doctors' names.
Doctor. I didn't know Betty Lou was still here.
Bill, pay attention to doctor's names.
Dr. Switzer on Lexington. I got the number.
Oh, yes, he's a retired pediatrician.
I don't think you need a pediatrician anymore.
Bill! Can you go get him, Bill?
Yes, I'll go get him.
Elnora, is Bill okay?
He doesn't like stress. He gets forgetful and confused at times. Don't we all? He's really a good man, Polly.
Elnora, correct?
Yes, doctor.
Let me see. Breathe normally. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Have you had fainting spells before?
Sometimes when I take too little or too much of my medication, I don't remember right now.
No, that is okay. What is the last thing you have eaten?
A chocolate bar, baby aspirin, and water.
And who gave you that?
Polly, right before you came in.
Were you a nurse?
Yes, ER, third shift, Methodist Hospital, Indiana, trauma level 1.
Yeah, interesting, but not as active as where I did my residency. Nurse, call an ambulance. Tell them Dr. Switzer is ordering for an emergency patient right now. Here, you call.
Really?
Tell them possible heart issue. They usually get here
You're on
pretty
the
quick.
way.
I'll give my report and be on my way.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Oh, Mrs. Taylor, may I speak with you next Tuesday morning at 8 p.m. prior to coffee cuppers?
Yes, doctor.
Good night.
Okay, good night.
The storm had indeed spent its fury and was turned now into a quiet, gentle rain. The wind not much more than the morning's breeze. The little lake was black, but peaceful, shiny smooth, not dark and threatening with waves smashing against the riprap.
Come in, the door is open. Hi, Bill.
You gotta help me, Polly. Since Eleanor's stroke, I've been invaded by the good people of Palm Haven. You turned me on. With Eleanor still in the hospital, everyone is bringing me food. It will spoil before I eat it all. Do you have any fridge or freezer space?
Oh, the automatic Palm Haven response is to help people in the form of food. Yes, go ahead, fill it up.
Actually, I just came to talk. The doctor suggested I phone the girls and give them the option of seeing their mother as soon as possible. What do you think?
Oh, I'd take that advice, Bill.
It sounded ominous when they said that.
No, just realistic. Either way, your daughters would feel badly if they hadn't seen their mother in the hospital.
Polly, I'm overrun with Tupperwares full of food. I have to listen to great detail about everyone's favorite dish, one after another. Salads, desserts, pies, cakes, soups, casseroles, and those crunchy things on top, whatever they are. Do you have any more room? What should I do?
Well, first of all, label everything so you can remember who gave you what later on. Clean the dishes when you're done and return all the dishes with a thank you note. You know, ladies want their Tupperware back. It's almost as important as your wedding ring.
What do I do with 4 dozen deviled eggs from 4 different people? Eleanor says I have to watch my cholesterol, so I don't eat them. And you know Eleanor made the best, but everyone thinks theirs is the best. Each person wanted me to try one. Half of them I wanted to spit out. Who ever heard of wasabi seaweed deviled eggs? Keeping that down.
No. Excuse me. Keep them in the refrigerator. And when people come over, ask them to have one. That's the best way to get rid of what you don't like and who you don't like.
Please come over.
Thank you, Bill, but I can't come over with Eleanor in the hospital. Someone will see me, and you know the Palm Haven grapevine. So many activities, but most important, gossip.
Well, you know, Patty and Patty already came over and told me someone told them Eleanor had lost her speech and sight and that her hair fell out.
Oh my gosh.
They said we're moving and going to have a huge estate sale, and they wanted to know what I was selling. Where did these rumors start?
Patty and Patty.
Yeah, I guess a single woman coming over to a man's house with his wife in the hospital isn't the best idea. But I need your help. I can't do this alone. You are the best. I'm going to see Eleanor in the hospital right now. Do you care to come along?
No, Bill, no, it should just be you.
All right, well, thanks, Polly. Maybe you'll change your mind about supper.
Okay, maybe when Elnora comes home.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Blue sky smiling at me, nothing but blue sky. Blue bird singing a song.
What a change from 2 nights ago. The lake lay smooth, a gentle azure, piously smiling up at the quiet blue Florida sky, cloudless and innocent, as if neither of them had ever known a storm. On land, the scene was different. The lakeside paths cleared, but twigs, branches, bits of mulch littered the grass. They were waiting for the ground crew to gather them up when the weekend was over. People were gathering at the shuffleboard court, too wet to permit play. They had come together out of habit and the natural pleasure of foregathering.
Come in, the door's open. Carl and Fran.
So good to see you.
You're safely back, you two. You were right to drive inland. You can see from the debris outside how wild it got after you left.
Well, we all have our own ways of dealing with hurricane warnings, Polly, and this way, yours was okay. But next time, we're gonna grab you by the scruff of your neck and we're gonna drag you to safety.
Such sudden changes. Peace to storm, and to peace again.
So what happened to Elnora?
Well, Bill rushed in during the storm. They were about to leave when apparently Elnora had a minor stroke. We got her inside and ran for Dr. Switzer. The storm subsided and he ordered an ambulance. She's at Blake now.
Dr. Switzer came out in a storm to help? Usually he's so stiff and sterile. He never volunteers. He seldom comes to coffee cuppers. And Patty say he's as useless as a glass hammer.
He was in control at all times.
Wow, that's good. Gee, I wonder. Hi.
The door was open.
We just stopped by to check on Polly. We'll see you later. Bye, Bill.
Hi, Polly.
Hi, Bill.
I just can't cope with all this food. More is coming. Please come over and organize it. My daughters are coming later, and I don't want such a mess. I was wondering if I could talk to you about garbage.
Garbage. I'm not interested in volunteering right now.
No. I wanted you to know if you could act as if these are your garbage bags. You know, we're only allowed 2 per unit. And I have so much garbage from the paper products, old food utensils, and tinfoil, I'm filling up for a week. If you could put 2 out and I put 2 out, we can manage.
That is a good idea. Of course you can.
I know what you did to help save Elnora in her greatest time of need. You were in charge giving orders. I know that now, but why did you step back when Dr. Switzer came in? You had it all under control.
A good nurse knows her place, when and how to act in a crisis. When a doctor comes in, you want only one person in control, and that's the doctor. And in this case, Dr. Switzer. Besides, when a doctor orders an ambulance in an emergency, people listen.
I see. Hey, I was wondering if my daughter Loretta could stay in your extra room. I know it's a lot to ask, but we only have a twin in our extra bedroom, and Lorraine wants it. Loretta won't be any trouble.
Well, I'll have to clean off the bed and change the sheets, but I understand. Now, let's see what you brought for the girls to eat.
Your idea of labeling everything was terrific. You have clam chowder, veal stew, new potatoes, broccoli casserole, apple, cherry pies, and another dozen frozen deviled eggs.
Right, Bill. But skip the eggs.
Dinner out was a fun event. When the people of Palm Haven went out, they wanted shrimp, snapper, crab cakes, grouper, good Italian or German, and always key lime pie. At home, they all seemed to cook as if they were still up north. Meatloaf, pork chops, roast chicken, stew, casseroles. They all had some fish associated with their culture, but the common one was tuna from a can. Sushi and salmon were years away, except for those from Alaska.
Come in, door's open.
Polly, right?
Yes.
I'm Loretta, and Daddy said it is okay for me to stay with you. You are just so kind to Daddy. Lorraine is going to be coming later. You know, we went to visit Mom, and she is just so tired and weak, and the doctor said she is in a very critical point. What does that mean, Polly? They were just so vague, this and that, and more tests. I'm just so frightened.
Would you like some coffee, Loretta? You could put your bags down anywhere over here.
Well, no thank you on the coffee. And I think I'll just hold on to them. I don't want them to get lost.
Okay, just put them over there.
Okay.
All right. How is Bill? I mean your dad's villa looking. I haven't been in it for a minute just to drop things off.
Well, Daddy's house is messy, but not like this. I mean, well, your house is just so cozy.
Cluttered is more like it. When I moved here, I promised myself that I would organize everything. It's been 5 years now, and I just keep moving everything from one box to another. I can't decide what to keep and what to give to the flea market. It's almost 5 years now, and the flea market is still waiting. But every first Saturday in March, I buy more. Would you care for something to eat, Loretta?
Well, perhaps. Oh, deviled eggs! Favorite. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The mist rose gently from the lake. 2 quiet ducks safely returned, glided out from the shore. The flowers were pulling themselves upright, and they stood in barbaric autumn colors, marigolds, purple salvia, scarlet geraniums, as if there had never been a hurricane. The begonias were in full bloom.
Come in. Door's open.
Hi, I'm Lorraine, Loretta's sister.
Oh, hi, Lorraine. How's Bill, your father, doing?
Thank you for asking. I am so stressed out. Loretta and I don't get along at all. And I'm exhausted. Daddy and I had to go to the hospital last night. They said Mom had a critical incident. Do you know what that means?
No, I'm not sure.
Daddy said that you know everything and that we should ask you, you never say no. Gee, Polly, Loretta was right about one thing. Your place certainly looks homey.
Would you care for some deviled eggs?
I love deviled eggs. Thank you. Bye, Polly.
Goodbye.
Not just anybody, you know I need someone.
8 gulls wheeling over the lake, swooped and flew, dived and settled, then restless, swooped again. Restless, restless. Beautiful in their own way, but unsettling as they wing through the restored peace after the hurricane.
It's okay to let it out, Bill.
Can you help me with funeral arrangements? The girls are both just too nervous to be much use making decisions. They're always arguing. The reception, the food, it's just too much for me.
They are mature women now, Bill, not girls, right? Hey, we have so much food stored away. We could offer a buffet at the clubhouse, a memorial or after the funeral. We could clean out both of our refrigerators. I can make an announcement at Coffee Cuppers, put an article in the Crier, and tell Patty and Patty.
Oh, you're swell, Polly.
Hi, everybody. Did you hear? I got the job. I'm going to be on the steering committee. I'm looking for help with the clubhouse redecoration. How about you, Carl?
I gotta clean out my shed. It's gonna take a long time.
That's okay. I'll ask you again next week because by that time you will have forgotten all about it.
Holly, we just don't know how to start sorting through all of Mom's things, and it's just too much for Daddy.
Can you help Daddy figure out what to keep and what to donate?
I think you're both capable of doing that. It's all donations, just bag them.
Can't you help us out? You know everyone here, and we don't know anyone.
No, thank you. This is your job.
Okay, no problem. We'll try to manage. I'm sure once we'll get started, you'll want to make sure everything is in order. Daddy said you really like to take control.
No, this has got to be your show, both of you.
Well, what about Mom's hymns? You know, what would she like? And who is going to speak? And do we accept flowers?
I think you should talk with the funeral director. They get paid to hold hands.
Well, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Where are they going?
Polly,
There's a lot to do.
this is their only chance to go to the beach. They took my car early to avoid the traffic on Cortez Road. They need a little pleasure now in their lives with their mother gone.
Okay, Bill, but they are her daughters.
Hi. Oh, hi, Patty. Yeah, my name's Patty too. Oh, you're Patty too. Then I must be Patty 1. I'm sure glad we got that squared away. Oh, look, Patty, the birds are coming back. Look. Ah! Out there, silly. The white pelicans, can you see them? And the anhingas, and the spoonbills. Oh, and the herons are making their nests in the trees, and the mallards are in the pond. Oh yeah, we gotta be careful stepping on the paths. Yeah, those dad-burned geese, they're everywhere. They're just pooping everywhere they want, like they own the place. Well, I guess they could be renters. I don't know. Oh, the hurricane sure left a lot of damage. Why, those carports, they just folded up like tinfoil. And look at the branches and the sticks all over the place. Oh, and I even saw 2 pine trees split in two. Yeah. Well, those maintenance crew, they got their work cut out for them. They're gonna be busy, but I'm sure they'll do a really nice job. What, you don't think they do anything? Oh, come on, give them a break. They got their priorities, you know. I hear that Bill's having an estate sale. Yeah, and after, whatever's left, he's giving it all away for free. Well, except for the small stuff. He's just gonna donate that to the flea market. I better warn him about those junkyard dogs. Yeah. Oh, and I overheard Polly. She said that Bill's providing all the food for the memorial service. Yeah, for free. He's not even asking for any donations. Isn't that generous of him? I can't wait to tell everybody at choir and dominoes and bingo and rummy cube. Oh, you want a cracker? Okay.
Oh my, look who's coming. Dr. Smiley.
Who? That's a good one.
Dr. Switzer. We call him Dr. Smiley because he's so stiff and never smiles.
The last time we spoke, Mrs. Taylor, I stated that I would be here before coffee cuppers at 8 a.m. It is 8 a.m., is it not?
It is.
I just wanted to say I commend you for your fast actions assisting Elnora the other night. Mrs. Taylor, I have a proposition to make. I have been asked many times by the local medical association to fill in, doing some of the jobs that are getting harder to fill. Cutbacks, you know. I have finally agreed to give 2 days a week to the Well Baby Clinic in Bradenton. They have also asked that I bring a nurse to fill a further gap. So, Mrs. Taylor, could you please assist me on Tuesdays and Thursdays, afternoons, of course?
That's it? I thought he was inviting her to lunch.
Dr. Switzer, regarding your proposition, the answer is sorry. It's not possible.
But you are a nurse.
Oh, not anymore. I'm retired. And I'm simply not interested.
Not interested in public health? Impossible.
It's completely possible. You'll have to find someone else. But thank you, doctor, for considering me. And you can call me Polly.
Well, that's all right then.
What was that?
That was Dr. Switzer's way of saying you did well. That his way of saying hello.
That was the first time he has spoken to anyone except the manager. Patty and Patty say everyone's given up trying to be friendly to him. They say he's the invisible man.
He's an odd duck, if you ask me.
Whoa, you should see the pictures of the hurricane and the island. Everyone has their own story. Look at the beach. All the trees are down. It looks as bald as Uncle Fester. What do you call a bald guy named Gary? Garibaldi. What do you call a bald porcupine? Pointless.
He caught me off guard. Maybe I'm not ready to be anything but a retiree. But then he's going to wait a week and ask me again. Ha! Better a simple no.
So, Polly, how is Bill doing?
Well, his wife just died. No one wants to gossip.
Polly, it's not gossip. It's information.
Sometimes it's hard to distinguish one from the other.
Watch out, Polly. You got, well, Fran, you have a lot of information. Apparently, I don't. Hey, Polly.
Yes?
What do you call a bunch of doctors?
I
A
don't know.
flock of ducks. A pack of quacks.
I'll get you first, Carl. Then you, Miss Polly Taylor. Just wait, I think I skipped you. All right, let's go back. Polly, we ought to be doing something useful with our lives.
Now you sound like my mother. So here has been dawning another blue day. Think, wilt thou let it slip useless away?
That's a good one. My mother used to say something about leaving footprints in the sands of time. My mothers were right, Polly, admit it.
Oh, I gave up worrying about my mother's ideas long ago. You remember when I was promoted from ER nurse to nurse administrator? She said management would be something that I would like. Instead, it was policy writing, discipline, and utterly useless work. I was like a file clerk.
Yeah, but keeping files is important and useful.
Not those files. They were all boxed up in Indiana Jones style and put into a warehouse. The only interesting part was managing research projects.
Well, you're trying to get me off track, and I'm not going to give up.
Fran, you have enough information to last a month. Get together with Patty and Patty, and this gossip will flow through the community faster than free food at the pavilion.
I wonder what coffee cup is going to start.
Who's the MC?
Who's the MC?
Apparently missing in action.
Good morning.
Good morning.
After I rang the bell, I say, good morning. Okay, you all know who I am, so let's get started. What's going on here? For $5 a ticket, what do you expect, Giuliano? Now, my first job, of course, is to introduce our coffee executives for the day. And I'm having trouble reading my own writing. Jane Greger, Christy Beaver, Charlotte Turner, Rosemary King. We also have a fellow in the back there, Dan. He's in charge of reducing the inventory. He's on his fifth donut. Please join me in showing our appreciation for the hard work and for the early start. See, you answer to the cues better than I do. Thank you. Now, what do you get when you cross a centipede with a parrot? Get a walkie-talkie. I've heard that we have some folks here from Ontario. I was always told that you could always tell somebody from Ontario that you can't tell them much. And I'll be very honest with you. It's not too often that you'll get a whole bunch of people this far away from Timmy Hortons. Do we have any birthdays? No. Anniversaries? No. Sick calls? No. Visitors? No. You're going to have to listen to some more of my jokes. Tell me, as a long-time hockey fan, what do the really old people from Toronto remember? It's when the Maple Leafs used to play in the Stanley Cup. Okay, what do we have now? We have some committee reports and announcements, I believe.
Thank you. I'm Kelly Green. I'm the chairman of the Green Committee, but we decided to change the name to the Verde Committee. It's still green.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ginger Rogers from the Clubhouse Redecorating Committee. We've received a lot of input from many of you, and we appreciate that. The news is that we've been in touch with Frank DiCaccio, a famous, well-known New York interior decorator. Samples and color charts of his work and ours in collaboration will be in the library after coffee cuppers. Thank you.
Since we've got a couple of minutes, we haven't used half of the time that I'm allotted. And besides, you can't get out the doors a lot. I just wanted you to know that last weekend we went to this brand new bed and breakfast over by the lake. Absolutely wonderful. To Waterston's B&B. They have everything there. Beautiful swimming pool, sauna, everything. Oh, one of the things I have to tell you, they have these beautiful towels. The real heavy ones, nice and crispy, and oh, they're really wonderful. I really had trouble trying to shut my suitcase. And so just before I'm thrown out of here, let me just say this to you, that please be nice to one another and help someone less fortunate than you. Thank you for coming. Copies of the calendar and the crier are in the library.
Like a song of love that clings to me, how the Father does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way.
When you live in a paradise like Palm Haven or Mount Vernon, sometimes sadness comes into our lives. Dear Elnora passed away, and still life goes on all around us. The lake is filling with birds of all kinds, arriving from their big flight from the chilly north. Peaceful retirement, no obligation.
Polly, we need your help. Daddy just doesn't even know who's talking to him. Mom knew everyone by name, and just to tell us the names of the people, that would really be helpful when they come in.
Oh, no. I never liked doing the receiving line thing, even at my own wedding. This is my cousin on my father's side, somebody with a name I don't care to remember.
Oh, you really don't mean it? Come on and help out Daddy. You know, he really likes your company and well, I mean your support.
Don't get any ideas, Loretta. Your mother is still warm.
Polly, I'd like to go home. Can you get a lift with someone else, please?
Oh, that's no problem. There are plenty of people here from Palm Haven. I'll be okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Bill, I'm from the, where am I from? You may not know me, but I work with Lenora at the Women's Auxiliary Altar Society. We have some food left over, and it's all packed up and ready for you to take with you.
No more food.
He doesn't know how to thank you enough. You're very kind.
I also packed up the plasticware, the tablecloths, the napkins, and the place centerpieces.
I don't want...
It's a time to be gracious, Bill. In memory of Elnora.
Yes, you're right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bill, don't get angry with people, okay?
Yes. Watch out, Dr. Personality is coming your way.
Excuse me, Mrs. Taylor.
Just Polly.
Yes, of course. Irma said that she has left you to your own devices. And since I'm the only one left with a car and room for others, I should offer you a lift.
I didn't expect you to come today, Dr. Switzer.
Well, I don't come to funerals as a usual thing, but Bill and his girls need all the support they can get. Especially Bill. We play golf together sometimes, you know. I consider him an associate.
I didn't know that.
I feel I owe you an apology for treating you so brusquely on the night of Elnora's stroke.
Oh, it's all forgotten. It seemed ages ago. So much has happened since that night. And look how the weather has changed.
That's Florida weather. Sudden trauma, quick recovery.
I believe you made a joke, Doctor.
Did I? Oh, Yes, of course. Using medical language to describe the weather. Funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Are you ready to go?
That's very kind of you.
Fine, I will be right back.
Okay.
Well, Holly, before you go, could you take Mom's picture and the flowers and bring them home for Daddy? And then Lorraine here could just take the urn, you know, with Mom's. Lorraine, come on.
No, you take it.
We don't have any more room in the car, but you take it. Come on. Mom loved you best.
Yes, she did. But Daddy liked you best.
Well, then, Holly, here, you take it.
Holly, we are going to the beach, and then later, Daddy's taking us to Swordfish.
And we both leave tomorrow. So today is just our last day of any sunshine.
And we don't want to leave Mom in the car while we're at the beach. It'd be too hot.
Thanks, Holly.
Bye, Holly.
Too hot? She's already ashes. This is a beautiful Greek urn.
What is a Greek urn? About $2.50 an hour.
Bill's daughters aren't very concerned, are they?
No. Maybe it's just as well. My daughter is too serious. How about you? Would your kids take off for the beach after your death? Oh, I'm sorry, Doctor. I don't even know if you have children.
I have no idea how my kids would react to my death, or to any of my doings. Here, I can take that urn for you.
Oh, that's very gentlemanly of you, but I can manage. I'm sure there are plenty of other things to grab around here if you care to.
Of course. Mrs. Taylor, may I drop by, say, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock?
Whatever.
Was that Dr. No Help Twizzlestick walking out with Polly? Why, just the other day I saw Millie and I was telling her about Polly. You know, she was going over to Bill's house every day and every night. I swear something fishy's going on there, but you know, I could never tell. I couldn't see anything. They always had the drapes closed. And now she's walking out with Dr. Quacker. No, I said Quacker, not Cracker. Speaking of Bill, I saw him and his daughters the other night at the Oyster Bar. Wasn't that nice of them to come and help him with Eleanor's things? And they said to say hello to you. Anyway, I guess her jewelry went to the flea market. I'm gonna check that out because I never knew Elnora to wear the good stuff. And then, Ginger. Did you hear about Ginger? She's been spending an awful lot of time with that Italian stallion decorator she hired. Yeah. Apparently, she likes it when he talks with his hands. You know what I mean? Anywho, I went to the for a walk at the bird sanctuary, and on my way back, I heard all kinds of grunting and groaning coming out of Carl's shed. Yeah, so I waited, and I hid behind the bushes, you know, and I waited for a little while longer, and then lo and behold, out comes Fran. Yeah, they were in there for a long time. Yeah, I wonder what they were doing in there. Anyway, I was thinking about asking Bill over for dinner this week. Shut the back door. Or was that the front door? You already asked him? Oh, he's he's bringing deviled eggs. Why, I'm impressed. I didn't know he knew how to make them. You want a cracker? Should we go home? Okay. Say goodbye.
Everybody loves somebody somehow. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someday. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying, find some place in here. If I had it in my power, I'd arrange for a girl to have your charm. Babe, every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms.
Turkey, made from various ways, with everyone's favorite stuffing. Chestnuts, sausage, sage, and made from gizzards. Mountains of mashed potatoes and freshly made gravy. Green beans, casseroles, yams, cranberry sauce, the jelly kind too. Pumpkin pie and ice cream. Warm rolls with melted butter. Pink lemonade, pink Zinfandel. Tradition.
Come in. Door's open. Mrs. Morgan.
Just call me Millie. I'm not that much older than you. Polly, I know it's been a few years or more since you moved in. I actually saw you from across the road that day, but my illness prevented me from coming over to greet you. I just want to apologize for taking so long to come over. I feel so bad about that.
Oh, don't. It's okay. How long have you lived here?
Oh, a long time. My husband and I were one of the first ones to buy here when this development was being built. We got to meet so many wonderful people. We used to be very active in the community up until he passed away. That was 5 years ago. And, Polly, I don't know if anyone told you this, but I'm a cancer survivor, so I have to be very cautious about my health. That's why I haven't been doing much of anything with my friends lately. Kind of lost touch. You know, I heard that a lot of them moved into one of those assisted living facilities, or they just, well, you know, they died.
Well, I suppose that's what goes with living in a retirement community, Mrs. Morgan, Millie. We make friends and we lose them too.
Yes, that's for sure. Well, now that we've become friends, why don't we get together for lunch sometime soon?
That would be fine, Millie. I'm not very busy, but as busy as I want to be.
Oh, I get it. So, Polly, how did you find Palm Haven, and why did you decide to retire here?
Well, I came here many years ago to visit my dear high school friends, Fran and Carl. And I really liked it here. The weather is so much better. The birds on the lake and the beautiful sunsets.
Yes, this is paradise, except for those pesky little no-see-ums. Well, I must be going now. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm so glad I got over to visit you.
Okay, thank you, Millie. We'll have to get together soon.
Okay, see you later.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I'm going to ask Bill to come over for dinner sometime next week. And I was wondering if you would like to come too.
Why don't you invite Irma instead?
That's a marvelous idea, Polly. Thank you for turning me down. Bye.
See ya.
Door's open. Hi, Millie. Polly, I'm exhausted. I've led a quiet life these past few years. A little golf, time with Elnora. Now all those invitations, I find it hard to be so sociable with all these women inviting me out.
You need time for yourself, Bill, to work your way through what has happened.
You really think so? That's exactly how I feel, especially the getting out. I think it's a perfect time for me to go play golf, and I'm going to. Bye, Polly.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera.
The tall heron was standing in her way, immobile. It turned its shiny eye to watch, but otherwise made no sign it acknowledged anyone's existence. The heron finally stalked away with a queer military stride, the dark epaulet at the top of its wing adding to the effect of a military presence. Its gait reminded her of a certain doctor.
Why not? It's forever open. Come in.
It is 9 o'clock. I said I would be here at 9.
When you say 9, you mean 9 sharp.
I don't understand. Is it 9? I'd like to be precise. So, I've decided to give you another chance about being my nurse.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to find someone else.
I'll tell you what. I will count on you for 1 week or 2 while I try to find a replacement. You can surely come with me for just the first 2 weeks.
You are too masterful. I don't want to be told what to do. I want to make up my own mind. My answer is definitely no. No is no. Just go.
We will see. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, doctor.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Is that a doctor? I won't take no for an answer.
Bill, you make me laugh. Hey,
Yes.
how was Thanksgiving with the girls?
Well, Loretta said the kids wanted to go to McDonald's, and then on to Moat Marine and Sarasota Jungle Gardens. It was kind of a great day.
McDonald's for Thanksgiving? I didn't even know they were open.
Loretta and Lorraine thought it would be better.
They couldn't take you for a token dinner. You have all the food. They could even just open and warm.
They said I should keep them so that you can help me return all the Tupperware properly. I washed and labeled all the rest like you told me. Rows and rows of them in the living room. The girls said they don't want to get involved because you would know what to do.
Oh, how generous of them. Will the girls be back for Christmas to help you out, Bill?
Oh, I couldn't expect them to do that kind of a job. They have their own lives, you know, they're teachers.
Good heavens, Bill, teachers are off at Christmas time.
I just can't ask them, Polly.
Oh, okay, Bill, okay. You can put those garbage bags out by the door.
Okay, Polly.
Happy holiday. Forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney down.
was in everyone's mind now. Florida had its own way of previewing the season. Santa Claus arrived in the department stores with a very big white beard and very red shorts. Angel banners appeared on the bridge that went across to Palmetto, and a few householders began to string Christmas twinkles around the fronds of the palm trees. But there was no snow, no icicles, no scarves or mitts, no cold carolers. But one fine evening, a brilliant parade along the canal brought boats festooned with bright Christmas lights that reflected on the water. Crews of Santa's elves and other celebrants glided by singing jingle bells under the ropes of brilliant red and green.
Oh, for heaven's sake. This was the best part. Come in.
Are you ready to go?
What?
As arranged, surely you remember this is the day we start our tour of duty.
Your tour of duty, maybe, but not mine. I told you I couldn't and I wouldn't.
I assumed you were kidding. At any rate, it's too late now for these little quibbles. I need you. There are children. The mothers at the clinic must have a nurse to work along with me. Come on. You will enjoy the work once you get there. You've been leading a life of
Self-indulgence. Oh, come on, Dr. Switzer, let's go and get it over with. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have a uniform. Oh, that should fit. Bloody
Didn't stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life.
I don't think I could walk another step. I've forgotten how tired you get, standing on your feet all day, lifting those little children, holding on to babies so tightly so you could give them a vaccination.
And I loved it when you said, Melissa May, this is Dr. Switzer. Doctor, she is a very good little girl. You be nice to her now. And then I would prick them with a needle. Every one of them.
And then they would shriek and cry and look into my face.
Yes. I wrote so many prescriptions, I'll have to rest my hand for the rest of the day. And I've got tee-off time tomorrow morning with Bill. Bravo, Nurse Polly. I mean, bravo, Mrs. Taylor.
Just Polly.
Well, you can call me Gerald. Well, except in the clinic, of course, it's better to call me Doctor.
Of course. Thanks for taking me home.
Yes, good night, Mrs. Taylor.
Hello, Dr. Swigglestick. I mean...
Hello, Bill.
Were you out with Dr. Congeniality again?
He isn't so bad. He's just in doctor mode most of the time.
Oh, well. Here's the last of the frozen TV dinners. Hungry man, your choice. Swiss steak or meatloaf. Advertised in Good Housekeeping. We have all the issues since we moved in the house. Stacks of them in the second bedroom bathtub to the ceiling. I brought some here for you to read.
Oh, good. Bill, go put them in the microwave. I'm starved. Bill, the TV's going. The TV dinners go in the microwave, not the magazine.
Oh. By the way, Polly, how did Dr. Gestapo bamboozle you to go to the clinic after you said no?
I don't know how it happened. I was there at the clinic in action before I even agreed to think about it.
Well, at least Christmas is coming soon and the clinic will be closed and then you'll be done.
After Christmas, it's Florida and retirement for me. And I'm grateful that I wound up here in Palm Haven.
On a lake, the handyman in the condo anchored a raft bearing a good-sized pine tree, looming in readiness for the magic moment. On December 12th, the switch in the clubhouse was flipped, and the tall tree of brilliant lights shone out on the lake, its cone shapes splendid in blurred colors on the peaceful waters.
Oh, come in, the door is open. Santa, if it's you, just come in, the door's open.
Aren't you ready?
Ready? Ready? No, I'm not ready. I'm not going to the clinic with you again. Don't tell me you thought I was kidding. You're not going to dragoon me into action again. Thank you, but no.
I apologize if you misunderstood. I thought you did a fine job at the clinic, and I assumed you would want to repeat. Indeed, I'm sure that we had agreed I would pick you up today. I can't manage without a nurse, and we can't let the children down. Do you have a reason not to go just this one last time?
Oh, I guess not. This one last time.
Of course, of course. I really do appreciate your help.
Oh, I'm never going to finish this book anyway. Can you wait while I change?
Oh, no need. The people there aren't expecting someone in a crisp uniform. Come. You know I can't tolerate being late.
Dr. Switzer, I'm in my pajamas.
Oh, well, that's not appropriate. I thought that's how you always dressed.
I do hope that was a joke.
I'm not as sterile as you think I am. You can change, of course. But please hurry. Oh, gee. I really do appreciate your help. I'm glad you decided to officially join me. I didn't think you could resist the chance to do something useful. Nurse Amy said that if you didn't come today, she had a former colleague in Bradenton who could fill the spot.
What? You mean you understood what I meant when I said no? Said I was quitting and you refused to understand?
That's right. You are very good and you know it. I've seen you in the clinic. It all comes naturally to you. You are the best. It is time for us to go.
Yes, it is. And close the door behind you.
Of course.
You don't know me. I've got just one of your little toys. You don't know me. Don't say I can't go with other boys.
Yeah, I gotta make the bed, way, and then I come back
The temperature had dropped quite a bit during the night. The thermometer showed 56 degrees. Cold enough that people during their early morning walk around the lake were bundled into fleece sweatsuits, gloves, some wearing earmuffs and caps. Strolling quietly along the lake path, they were watching the mist rise from the water, enjoying the coming of winter sunshine. The trees of gold raised their bare, gnarled branches, but the shiny palms brazened out any of the coldness.
Oh, good. Tommy is emceeing coffee cuppers today.
Yeah, he made Elnora laugh when she was well enough to come to coffee cuppers.
May I join you?
Sure, Mrs. Morgan. I mean Millie.
Hello, neighbors. It's so good to finally be back here with you all again.
It's good to see you. Hey, did you hear about the decoration committee for the clubhouse? Apparently, they want to change all the colors.
Yeah, 3 shades of white to brighten things up.
Yeah, I hear they want to replace the carpeting with that new laminated wood stuff. You know, tougher than hardwood, it never scratches. What they do is they take a picture of real wood and paste it down.
I think that should make the room look bigger.
Well, it's progress, but some of this furniture looks like it's had it.
Carl, you still helping? Are you willing this time to help?
I'm still working on my shed, and I have to get the cargo carried around before we go back to Indianapolis.
Yeah, we're still seasonal.
Well seasoned to my liking, like a steak. Hey, what do you call a hot dog in the winter? A chili dog, get it? A chili dog in the winter? A Michigan wiener.
Don't get silly, Carl.
Hey, Fran, are you going back to Indy again for Easter this year?
Yes, we go back every year to see the kids.
Oh, yeah.
So all they want is money and the grandkids' toys and chocolate.
But it's tradition. We all get dressed up, we go to church, and then to Easter brunch.
I would like to be taken out for Easter brunch again. But really, Carl and Fran, isn't it becoming harder and harder to drive back and forth? You should just fly.
Vista Cruiser's in top shape, so we'll be back sometime after Easter.
What about you, Irma?
Bill and I are planning our own special Easter experience. Bill tells me his church is only full at Christmas and Easter. He calls them creasters. I think I'd like to see them.
Polly, don't look behind you, but a certain odd doctor is approaching us.
Polly, you tell him there's no reason for you to do something you don't want to do. Tell him the answer is no, that you've earned your retirement.
Okay.
Tell them you got a sty or a cold sore. There, yeah. Tell them you have shingles. Leprosy, something contagious.
Nurse Taylor.
It's okay to call me Polly in public.
Yes, of course.
Polly.
Would you formally attend the symphony in Sarasota at 7 p.m. this Friday evening with me? Dr. Malone isn't feeling well, and he suggested I ask you so the ticket would not be wasted. Dr. Malone hates to waste tickets. And he said you never say no. It is a particularly good program. Charles Dutoit is conducting, and they are performing Mahler's Fourth Symphony after intermission.
Thank you very much.
Very good. I will pick you up at 6 p.m. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, I've never been to that Weasel Hall. Nora didn't care for the theater.
Well, isn't he all uppity? It's a particularly good program. Charlie Dodo is going to come out and wave his stick. And then at halftime, some schmuck's coming out.
The symphony, I think it's marvelous. I want a night out like that, much better than staying home or doing that same old game routine.
Polly, do you have a gown? He said it will be formal attire.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He speaks in code. He asked if you would formally attend. That means a gown.
No.
So you don't have a gown?
No.
What about a pretty tea-length dress?
No.
A fancy pantsuit?
No.
Well, now what are you gonna do?
Goodwill.
Quit thinking, girl. Come on, I'll drive.
Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart. 'Cause I'm so afraid that we will have to break. Each night I have to stop. Why must that be a teenager in love? One day I feel so happy, next day I feel so sad. Each night I have to stop. Why must that be a teenager in love? I cried a tear. Nobody you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do.
Around the clubhouse, ibis, their golden beaks curved toward the ground like tiny sykes. The white pelicans basked in the shallows of the bay in front of the pavilion. Their underwings were in striking contrast to the whiteness. In March, they will go north with the snowbirds. Hopefully the geese will soon go with them.
Come around back to the lanai. The front is blocked.
Well, hello, Polly.
That's some doorbell. Gosh, this is a huge room. Look at the view. Look at the kitchen. It's all open. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. But you only have one chair, one big chair in all this space.
Well, before I moved in, my two sons hired a very modish decorator who made major changes in my villa. But my two sons never come to visit, so I just moved all the stuff I don't like to the front door.
And the forest, all the pots?
Well, the decorator believes in greenery. Figs, lilies, bamboo, philodendron. I just put them all right here so I can water them all at one time.
Oh, that's you, Dr. Efficient. And what is that?
That is my stereo sound system. Dual turntable with Shure cartridge, Pioneer tape deck, Kenwood amp and receiver, and 150-watt Yamaha speakers. Oh.
Sorry, I don't speak hi-fi.
You will have to listen over dinner.
And what is that?
That? Pre-Columbian art sculpture.
Yeah, if you say so. I want to thank you for lunch at Rosedale. It was wonderful.
It was a valuable seminar.
I'm glad that you took notes and asked sensible questions. I hope I didn't look bored.
No. Have you had a chance to look over those tennis finals I had recommended?
No. I only follow the Pine Haven finals. The fine points of tennis escaped me.
Didn't you play sports when you were young? I mean, younger?
Nice footwork. I'm not offended by the fact that I'm not young anymore.
You are realistic. I admire you for that. It appears that you made a smart investment here before the prices went up. Did you sell your other assets in order to purchase here?
I didn't buy the house. My daughter bought it for me. I suspect that's one way to avoid having her mother move in with her. I live on my pension and Social Security. I get by.
It's none of my business, of course. I'm sorry I asked.
You know, I don't ever discuss my finances with anyone, but with you, my defenses are down.
Well, Polly, it is a pleasure spending time with you. If we move the table and chairs, we can have dinner over by the big window. I made jambalaya, and I have fresh Italian bread and Portuguese red wine. Is that okay?
I'm in heaven, Dr. Switzer.
Gerald. My name is Gerald.
You can call me Polly. It's a pleasure to meet you, Gerald. Throughout Palm Haven, gardens flourished in full bloom in the bright colors. Often people would watch the sunset on the shore of Sarasota Bay. Here, the mangroves grew thick, their roots anchoring the shoreline. The tops of the mangroves had been trimmed enough so people could easily see the bay. The roseate spoonbills roosted on the tops for a better view. Big birds they were, and pale pink, pinker than the flamingos. How beautiful when they lifted off. But a small jacaranda spread its mauve lace wings.
The gnarled branches of the tree of gold were now thick with clusters of yellow trumpets, mauve and gold. It was spring in Palm Haven.
Maybe I should just wait until this becomes a Hallmark movie, or heavens forbid, a play with amateur actors. Come in, the door's open. Hi, Gerald. Thanks for the wonderful Easter brunch.
The Ritz brings out the best.
I never had champagne and caviar before.
I hope the conversations on Wall Street, politics, medical insurance, and my research didn't bore you.
Oh, I learned a lot, really.
Well, you never appeared bored.
Well, my face hurt from my neck from nodding. But the previous seminar really did help.
Hi, Polly. The door. Sorry, the door was open. It's a good time to chat.
I was just leaving. Goodbye, Polly.
Goodbye, Gerald.
Ginger.
Tell me everything about it. What did he have to say? What about his sons?
They were very polite. The Ritz was, well, ritzy. Marvelous dinner.
Oh, how exciting. Wait until I shall talk with Patty and Patty. They both think stories of Dr. Switzer and his sons will soon, as we say in coffee clubs, percolate and circulate.
You come again. This time I got to get myself together. You waltz right in the door, just like you've done before.
At dawn, the glorious sunrise over the lake. The whole sky glowed amber and coral. The tall Norfolk Island pines stood as sentinels against the red ball orange splendor.
Really? Come in.
So, how was your latest date with Dr. Pleasantly Social? Everyone at Rummy Cube wants to know.
It was Mozart this time. He said before the performance that he would not be as widely responsive as he was before. He said his reaction to Mahler, the song in the last movement, the pathos, reminds him of his daughter. She isn't dead, like the singer in the song, just dead to him. He said he feels such a sense of loss in his life. He shared his inner thoughts. He just opened up.
Ah, he's human after all. He actually has feelings. I just thought he was a cold fish. I don't know, but
No, he was
okay?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Oh.
Hi, Polly. How about something fresh for dinner? I have some leftovers from a meal at the Moose Lodge.
Like the Moose Lodge.
Oh.
Millie!
Oh my God.
Oh, Millie, what's wrong?
Oh, very bad pains walking here. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Help me.
Bill, run and get Gerald.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, 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 oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Gerald, get
Oh, where the heck is he? Oh, okay.
Check your side.
Is it cancer again?
No, this has nothing to do with cancer.
Oh, thank
Probably sudden gallbladder attack,
Oh.
or perhaps kidney stones.
No.
But no, my dear, this kind of sudden trauma, not at all likely to be cancer. Bill, go get your car. We're going to take her to the hospital.
Just for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you
Dr. Switzer.
Yes. Gallbladder attack, sure enough. Severe enough that they plan to operate first thing in the morning.
Well, Millie will endure the pain now that she knows it's not cancer.
Yes. Polly, I know I put on my doctor face when a crisis takes place. I apologize for barking out orders to everyone.
It's your personality. You're very strong and direct. You take charge.
Do you really think so? It is my training.
Yes, and I like it.
Really?
Yes, except when you call me Nurse Taylor or Mrs. Taylor or Nurse Polly.
Yes, of course, of course.
Call me in the morning.
I do want you to get some rest. And we can do something tomorrow just to help keep your mind off of Millie.
Yes.
So,
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, but
Uh-huh.
not too early.
Two male mallards swam after a dowdy brown duck. The third mallard, iridescent head pitched forward, tried to join the group, but one of the original suitors shot back and drove him away. The brown female had reached the shore and waddled up the bank a discreet distance as her two suitors followed. It was a lovely sunny April day.
Oh, thank you so much. I really enjoy going to the beach.
well, thank you for coming with me on such short notice to Bean Point. It was just impulsive of me.
The day was a perfect change for me. Reminds me of a phrase from long ago. Calm of mind, all passion spent. It's peaceful now. Peace. Perfect peace.
We're getting tangled. I best be going so you can get some rest. Good night, Paul.
Good night, Gerald. I'll call on you tomorrow.
herons swooping ferociously after each other with student calls. The little blue-winged teal waddled up from the lake toward the house, then veered and circled back toward the lake. Suddenly, it caught sight of another blue-winged dandy who was stalking two small brown females toward the philodendron bush at the waterfront. The teal swaddled, turned into a hasty rush, undeterred by fierce quacking from the other male, who joined the group, and all four hurried into the bushes.
Come on in, it's open.
Polly, good morning.
Good morning.
Would you come back to the clinic with me?
No.
I don't understand you. You are a good nurse.
I only went into nursing because my parents thought it was a nice job for a girl. After I married, we needed more income, so I worked night duty. Nursing was my income. And this is a long version of no in answer to your question.
I see.
Okay, now that you understand my position, what is our plan for today?
We are going to C'est la Vie in Sarasota. I like to go there so I can practice my French with the staff.
French and Portuguese. Anything else I should know about you?
Well, one of my great interests when I was a practicing pediatrician was the development of new protocols for fighting childhood diseases. But I was too busy to do the research. Now I can.
Oh, I see.
Polly, I know you don't want to work at the clinic again, but would you consider helping us on the whooping cough research report?
Well, I guess I would consider that. When I first got my license, I worked on a children's ward. Big room, 10 beds. You could stand in one place and see all of them. Whooping cough was very serious then. I didn't realize it was a current infection, though.
Children's ward, of course. Perhaps that is why you are so good with children now. And thank you for agreeing to help us on the report.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, good night.
Hi, Polly. The door was open.
I'm so glad to see you, Irma.
I see Dr. Chubby was here. Anything going on that I should know about?
No, he stopped by to ask if I wanted to return to the clinic, and I said no.
I see. I thought I saw him come over early yesterday. Then your lights came on late at night.
That's because Millie got sick, and he came over, and then they took her to the hospital.
Patty and Patty said they were here when it happened. Patty once said he gave Millie mouth to mouth, brought her back to life. I wonder if she had her teeth in. Patty too said he flew in like a Superman with a cape on. He's the superhero of Palm Haven.
And what else is known?
Oh yes, this is why I came over to tell you that Patty and Patty said Ginger's husband is leaving her. They say, what's his name, Mr. Cannoli, is at her place all hours of the day and night.
Okay, well, thank you for the information, Irma, but I'm waiting for a call from the hospital about Millie.
Yes, okay.
Okay, all
Bye,
right.
Polly.
Bye. Bye, Irma.
Far overhead, 3 big black frigate birds soared, their tails flaring out, fan-like, into scissor points, their shadows somehow menacing on the lake's surface. At the water's edge, waders moved, egrets, along with white, little blue, and great blue herons, The bird life was unfamiliar for an inland northern dweller, yet interesting and still novel to look at.
Darn it. Come in.
I have something to tell you. It's my daughter, Lynn. I got a phone call from her last night.
Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it?
Well, I guess it's a good thing, but she sounded so stiff, cross, and not at all friendly. She heard about you from her brothers, that we have been seeing a lot of each other lately. I was not as discreet as I should have been. Anyway, my daughter is coming for a visit, but not my ex-wife.
That's good. Well, I want to tell you, I've done some research on whooping cough and the latest strategies. Yours is unique. I would like to help you with your research.
Excellent! The epidemic is dying off, so we are ready to complete our research paper. I believe we have had success, and we have big stacks of data already. I just don't know how to sort it all out.
Oh, I could do that. I classified research material into categories before and actually published in nursing periodicals.
Oh, an expert! I can get you a computer and outfit my third bedroom as an office for you with file cabinet, printer, fax machine.
Wait, we should just wait to see how it works out with your daughter first.
Polly, let's go to Coquina Beach and put our feet in the sand.
Thank you, if it's convenient.
Why would I suggest it if it wasn't convenient for me?
How about if it's convenient for me? Don't expect me, Gerald, to always follow your lead.
I know you're right. I promise I will try hard.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, Doc, what do you call an elephant in a phone booth?
I don't know.
Stuck. Get it? Just like us.
Bye, Carl. I was just leaving.
That made me dizzy.
Carl, you seem out of breath. Have you taken a break?
I'm really tired. I'm trying to get packed to go up north, working all by myself. Fran can't help. I gotta do everything myself. I gotta close everything down. I gotta pack. I gotta carry the suitcases and load the wagon, and then do the reverse when we get up north, and repeat for the return trip.
Can I get you some water? You look flushed. You should sit down.
No. I gotta go and see how Fran's doing.
Then,
She's on a schedule, you know.
okay, then promise me you'll rest.
I promise I'll rest, but I have to go. But
Bye,
we
Carl.
love your company, Fran and I, and she just wanted me to go over to see how you were.
Okay, thank you. Bye, Carl. Say hi to Fran. Hey, wait. You two come over tomorrow morning around 9.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Why did you make me fall in love with you?
What? Goodness. Hey, maybe that's what's been wrong with me all this time.
What do you mean, wrong with you?
Nothing. It was right with me. I now realize I need love. I need to be in love with you. Nothing's wrong. I love you too, Gerald.
I suppose you will want me to marry you now.
Is that a proposal? No, I don't expect you to marry me. I just want for now to be in love.
I would like to ask you to marry me. All right, this is my proposal.
Well, thank you, but that's not a good idea. You couldn't possibly stand to live in my clutter, and I certainly don't see the two of us trying to live in your one-chair place with your sound system. And we couldn't cook dinner in the heart of your tropical forest.
Please stop laughing at me, Polly. I didn't mean to blurt out my question, my proposal.
Yes, let's talk. We must not stop talking. You must not get into one of your silences.
I don't think of myself as a particularly silent person. I am wanting to be with you more and more. I heard what you said about us not being able to live together in my villa, but I have this silly urge to be there with you. I thought you were remodeling.
I am, really.
I've been thinking about that. We could move some bits and pieces of your things and leave the rest for Ginger to work with. If she does a good job of redecorating, you could sell this place for a good profit.
I now know the wisdom of investments, but I have no special interest in a good profit. I don't want to sell. I cherish this place.
You could rent it with no debt. It would be an excellent income stream for you with significant tax benefits.
I never thought of that.
I will clear out all of my furniture. That will make room for your things in my villa.
But what about your sons, the decorator?
If I can find the courage to tell them that I love you, I should surely be able to tell them that. And I am done with the decorator's ideas. From now on, it's going to be Polly's plan.
And when will you tell them about us? I mean...
I already called them. Graham gave me his advice. He's the CPA, you know. And he says marriage is not a good option tax-wise. Now, David, the attorney, he had a lot to say about the trust and the will and all of that. And he also advises against marriage from a legal point of view. Now, my daughter Lynn, she suggested that we just live together.
So?
So, I've decided I want to marry you, Polly. My kids help me make up my mind. I would like to marry you as soon as possible.
Even if it's not convenient from your children's point of view? Don't give me that defiant dig your heels in look. Maybe it would be easier all around if we just go on the way we are. You in your big empty villa and my god-awful mess.
Don't laugh, Polly. I want to make a clean sweep. I can clearly see how to rearrange
your sound system. In the lanai with the big chair and my mother's rocker. We can look at the lake, the birds, the people, and listen to the music at the same time. You have a huge patio and it's shaded. I have an extra patio set for when we have company.
Great. And we can redecorate. Polly, I do want to marry you, but now I must leave. I have to cover an extra shift at the clinic today. But I will call you tomorrow unless I get a sudden urge to drop by in the middle of the night.
Oh, that would really set the gossip mills turning. Just be here tomorrow morning when Carl and Fran are here. We'll try to tell them our news. They'll probably come around 9. I should have just asked everyone else. They're likely to come around anyway.
Well, your door is always open. I will be here at 9 o'clock sharp. Bye.
Okay, bye. Oh, my phone. Holly Taylor. Oh, yes. Doctor, he's right here. It's for you.
Hello, this is Dr. Switzer. Yes, of course. I only borrowed it for today to move a few things. Yes, of course. Thank you. Goodbye.
Who was that?
Someone named Jane Harmony? She said I can't leave the truck in your driveway. She said I have to move it. I've only been here 5 minutes. The engine is still warm. How does she know?
She knows.
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard.
Coming from the north, an airplane, its nose heading over the sanctuary. An anhänger, the torpedo bird, mimicked it, keeping pace with the jet's shadow. Now it was gliding just above the surface of the water, its shiny head periscoping atop its sinuous neck. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, it dived underwater, disappearing from sight, then popped up through the surface, barely a ripple, in a brand new spot.
Come in. Door's open.
Hey, Polly, we came over as soon as we could. Are you done with that book yet?
Last chapter.
You gotta tell me how it ends.
I think they get together in the end. How are you feeling, Carl?
I'm getting tired of going back and forth up north. It's boring, there's nothing to do, nobody talks, nobody has a sense of humor.
No.
Hey, where do squirrels go on vacation?
No clue.
The beach tree. Get it? Squirrels, vacation, beach, tree. What do you call a squirrel in charge of a bank? A branch manager.
I'm so tired of the same jokes for 40 years. No.
We just thought we'd drop in.
We brought brunch.
Ginger and I were walking past talking about remodeling my place when we heard you say the door was open.
Got some great ideas.
Yeah?
How are you doing, Millie? Are you feeling better? Patty and Patty said you had the plague.
Very painful stones, but they are gone. I wouldn't wish that experience on anyone.
Okay, everyone. I need you all to pay attention.
All ears.
We're listening.
Okay, so here goes. You know Dr. Swizzlestick, the Invisible Man, Dr. Smiley, I'm sorry, Gerald, Dr. Congeniality, Dr. No Sense of Humor. All right. Well, we started working together at the clinic, or really, he ordered me to help him. I went anyway, even though I kept saying no. Well, he started to ask me out. We got all dressed up and we went to the symphony. Well, Gerald, that's Dr. Switzer, and I are getting serious. I mean, really serious. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm a slob and he's a neat freak. His sons and daughter threaten to sue us if we get married. Nor does my daughter want us to get married. What should I do, Fran?
It's perfect. You're gonna drive each other crazy and love each other forever. Well, almost forever. Who knows?
How exciting! Opposites do attract.
I finally got something before Patty and Patty. They're not gonna believe they didn't hear this news first.
Polly, you're my best friend. And who knows how much time we have together, and I want to spend it here hanging out with you. Carl, I've decided we're going to stay here in Palm Haven permanently. No more Indianapolis.
Great.
There's nothing up there for us anymore anyway.
Great. We'll sell the Vista Cruiser. We'll buy a red-hot Chevy convertible with a 409 engine in it. She's so fine, my 409. She's so fine, my 409, my 409.
Sounds great to me.
Perfect.
I'm so happy for you. Another late life love affair, right, Bill?
Oh, perfect. More mouths to feed on movie nights. No more leftovers.
We'll all help you too. You're going to need a lot of advice on how to make a marriage work.
Well, maybe not a marriage. My daughter said we should just live together for a while.
Sounds kind of naughty to me.
Whatever. We'll help you cope with each other. We'll help you talk to each other and resolve each other's problems and differences. Neither one of you is very good at talking.
I am so. I'm good at talking. I talk all the time.
No, Polly. You chatter all the time. But you don't say what you think. You just babble on. You know you do. You say something funny to hide what you really feel. And behind the chatter, you're just as private as Gerald. Gerald, when you don't want to talk, you put on your Dr. Grumpy face.
My daughter.
Oh, I can help you with coping with the young folks. You know, I could always bring your daughter into line.
Gerald's daughter sounds daunting.
Well, I'll just daunt her. And Gerald, what about your sons? Don't you think I can bring them around?
I think they'll come around. They seem generally anxious to make their father happy.
I'm feeling better. Can't keep a good man down, unless, of course, he's taking a nap. Get it? Take a nap. Good man down.
Okay. We're so glad you're all here to be the first to hear our news. You're our best friends.
We can do so much together. Dr. Malone and I are planning another research project. We'll start with a small sample, of course, but 30 is a minimum. Polly can sort the data, take notes, list anomalies, all for us to consider. We will publish the results, of course. Polly can write the first draft for us to review. And then but only if it's convenient for you.
Gerald, it's quite convenient. Thank you for asking.
Way to go, Doc. Congratulations.
it, man.